Hello gamers, this is Brain from GameBrain.media returning to the fishing games. Last episode I told you that I was going to run some slideshows. In the last episode I also covered all this minutia, so you can bounce back and watch that video. We're going to talk about Fishing Planet real quick, and we don't need to talk about it. It's not going to be part of the slideshow because I have a playlist with 37 or 38 videos that are Fishing Planet specific. So go visit that, find that on my website. I'll pin a link in the comments below this video. Alright, you can always find more content at GameBrain.media, that's my website, or you can find my pizza channel, which is the only one of those four that I've contributed content to thus far. But you can find Pizza Guy DIY by going to troysweb.com. Yes, my name is Troy S. Webb. My middle initial S. Troy S. Webb. Troy's Web. So there we go. Oh man, let's get on with Russian Fishing 4. Okay, so for this stupid cartoon logo, doesn't the game look beautiful? It is absolutely awesome, gorgeous environments. And jacked up lettering. Look at this. Okay, so that's Russian. I can't read that. That's Russian. I can't read any of this. It's 1,5. Is that 1.5 meters? Is that 15 feet? No, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's 1.5 meters. But they don't use a point. They use a comma. It's a full meter, comma, and a half a meter. I'm choking to death here, dude. All right, so anyway, like I said, the game is really, really pretty. And you can catch a bunch of fish. And the best thing about this game is the happy hour at the front. Anytime you log in for the first hour, they're going to give you an abundance of fish to keep you motivated and keep you playing. However, it also wears out your character, and then you have to go buy. You have to spend your in-game money, right? You had to spend your time and money on gear and fishing. Then you capture the fish. Then you have to go to the fish market and sell the fish. Then you have to go to the diner and ask them to cook your fish, and they charge you money to cook your fish. Then you need to go to the store and buy a loaf of bread, a bottle of water, an energy drink. It's way too sim, dude. Anyway, I already talked about that in the last video. Check out the links. And moving on, we're getting to Bassmaster 2022. I played this game a lot, so there's going to be a lot of screenshots here. Pause at any point that you want. Oops, I kind of skipped that. It was just a long press. Anyway, yeah, man, smallmouth, chain pick, channel cat. More channel cats galore, 36-pound channel cats. All right, so then we got largemouth, smallmouth, largemouth, smallmouth, 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 largemouth, spotted bass, smallmouth, long-nosed gar. Oh my goodness. So anyway, yeah, really fun game, a lot of frequency of catch, and I was having such tremendous luck at this one single spot, I never left. Or, I know why. Because I was fishing this day in the bass tournament. There's more pictures of that or in another video I'm about to upload after this. So anyway, let's move on to Fishing Sim World. It's made by the same people who made Bassmaster Fishing from 2022. However, Fishing Sim World, Dovetail Games, was made in 2018 or 2019. So anyway, here it is, and yeah, it's very much about the tournament, right? So I went to Lake Boulder and I caught a bunch of fish. And I wanted to give you a taste of the menus at the top or the user interface. And then bang, I started catching spotted bass, and I got rainbow trout, and salmon, and pike. It's a bass tournament, dude. Why am I catching all these other miscellaneous fish? Brown trout. But then eventually I did start scoring the bass. I didn't go to the right places because I wasn't really trying to compete in the tournament. But eventually I found a bunch of places that are just phenomenal, and the game is really fun. There's a frequency of catch, right? It's unnatural. It's very unlikely that you will ever go to a place and be out there at 6 in the morning at sunrise and the perfect barometric pressure and pull in 12 fish in a row nonstop. Anyway, this game lets you do that, and it's really fun. You jump in, you have a cup of coffee, 20 minutes later, you're done. I'm done. I'm done. I've had enough, right? You got the big old green largemouth. I got a smallmouth. I got a brown trout. I got a walleye. What? A 6-pound walleye. Yeah. All at the same spot. This is a really great spot. You can find it by watching other people's videos because I'm not doing how-to videos. I'm doing hangouts and kind of like what do they call it? Off the cuff reviews or retrospectives. So anyway, yeah, tons and tons of really freaking cool fish, brown trout. I did a couple of captures here because I wanted to note that little ball of rocks, or that little island of rocks in between there and the shore is crazy good, and just outside of that is crazy good, and just on this side of it is crazy good. I didn't drive my boat around to the other side to see if it's crazy good, but I think it is. From here, I just turned around, and right behind my blue sweatshirt back, doink, is this wall of cliffs, or wall of boulders. And man, I had some great luck there. One fish after another, but I didn't have good enough gear to catch them. I broke off so many fish along this big wall of boulders, bro. Anyway, it's a really fun game because it's arcade. And yeah, I know, people cry about that, but oh well, live with it, dude. Then, moving on, I went to one of the tournaments and caught a bunch of fish, but I didn't catch enough fish to win the tournament. I don't know if I get a little trophy at the end of this or not. Or did I switch over to Ultimate Fishing Simulator? Oh, yeah. Okay, so I think this is Ultimate Fishing Simulator, and this is Ultimate Fishing Simulator 2. I'm not sure. I kind of lost track in all the mishmash of putting 7 fishing games into a single video. So anyway, yeah, here you go. It's just nonstop. It really is really crazy good fun. Highly recommend doing it. It says Dovetail Games Fishing Sim World. So there you go. It's still going, dude. It's still going. Like I said, you can pause at any point. Whew, here we are. Now we're switching over to Ultimate Fishing Simulator. Oh, prior to that was Fishing Sim World and Bassmaster 2022. Now we're switching over to Ultimate Fishing Simulator. I got 12 hours in this game, and this is the first version. They released a Ultimate Fishing Simulator 2 that is in beta stage, and then they announced that they will be offering free updates, and they will remaster Ultimate Fishing Simulator. So if you buy it now, they will remaster the game and the other, or how to explain this? In Ultimate Fishing Simulator 1, there were 10 DLCs. They're going to remaster everything, dude. Because apparently they can't get a handle on Ultimate Fishing Sim 2 and its graphics goodness, because it really does have some graphics goodness. So with Ultimate Fishing Simulator 1, you can create a normal difficulty or realistic difficulty, and then there's an empty slot there. I wanted to try them both, and I went back and forth. And you go to Betty Lake, and you can see the fish species here. But guess what? You only have a frickin' bluegill rod and reel with you. So about the only thing you should go after is pumpkin seed, eyed, and burbot. The cutthroat trout, the bull trout, the brook trout, the brown trout, the rainbow, they will break you off. You don't have it. You don't have the gear for it, bro. But I did score a little striped bass, a little largemouth. Wait, is this the same game? Yeah, it is. I went to a different location. The place that had the bass, the place that had all the trout was just breaking me off. Betty Lake, breaking me off left and right. So this Atchafalaya basin, wow, filled with bass, but again, you still don't have a badass fishing pole to catch the big fish. So you really should start at the bottom of the fish species list with the white crappie, the eyed, the flathead catfish, grass carp, mirror carp, channel cat, bluegill, black crappie. And then you get into the smallmouth, largemouth, spotted, and striped bass, and you're in deep doo-doo because you don't have the gear. So you really need to work your way up, right? It's incremental. It's a grind. And here we are. Got some channel cat, got some flathead, got a tiger shark. What? Yeah, that's the weird thing about this game. Once I actually plopped down the $10 for all 10 DLC, which in their original format or cost structure would have been about $50 or $60, maybe $40. But yeah, I got a shark on my wall, dude. I got a shark in my aquarium. Hiccups. The fishing lodge here is off the hook. It's super cool. Anyway, hit the websites. Here we go with Ultimate Fishing Simulator 2. Yeah, I played it. Whoops. I played it. Oh, hiccups. God damn. I got to drink a beer. Hang on. Okay. I'm not breathing deeply enough. So anyway, here we are. I wanted to show you the user interface at the top left corner there. You go through some screens. I started fishing with my little baby bluegill rod. And then eventually I, caught bigger and bigger fish. Eventually I got a 5-pound largemouth, but I didn't get to the point where I was buying better gear yet. But it was a very fun, game and environment. Scenery's beautiful. And look, I play fishing games when I wake up in the morning, I grab a cup of coffee and I play a fishing game. I've said this before in other videos. Used to have a buddy named Brad and a buddy named Noah. I think they both passed away. I know Noah passed away. I think Brad was on his last leg. And, I'm only 62. So, only. only. Anyway, yeah. I like to wake up, play fishing games, and have coffee, or The Hunter Call of the Wild. They're both beautiful, natural environments. I used to live in Alaska, dude. I don't get that anymore. The only way I get that kind of scenery and that kind of beauty is a video game and a 58-inch TV that I'm sitting 3 feet away from, or 2.5 feet. Arm's length. Let's call it that. 34-inch inseam, so yeah, 2.5 feet. All right, so anyway, check out my last video for all this nonsense where I give you the full rundown on each and every one of these games and how much time I've spent playing them and why you should try them and which one you should get first and this, that, and the other thing. Subscribe, like, share, comment. I'll see you in the next video. GameBrain is gone.